Good morning, British Columbia. I am waiting for a COVID test result. On Friday, I had a saline solution. Let's see here. Should be 1 to 3 days. Let's take a look at this thing that I found here. Where is it? This is posted. It says, here's something to consider. I know for a fact that at least a few people here were sick/symptomatic recently, but no COVID. So, it was either flu or cold then. And what do we know about the cold and flu? Well, in a town of 40,000 at this time, about a week after those cases came about, you'd most likely have several hundred cases minimum. We also know that 2 of these people work elsewhere, so there's a good chance their virus traveled between cities. 1 person is a child. Oh man. I'm assuming they said a few people, so that would be a 3rd person. 1 person is a child, and children only have to play with 1 or 2 kids to spread entire battalions of disease. If you do the math, you can estimate that even with a very modest prediction of 100 per 40,000 people throughout the province, you would have 12,244 cases of non-COVID illness. Well, my conclusion, we, both sides, as in pro-vax, anti-vax, I guess, have already accepted beyond a shadow of a doubt that colds and flu numbers have been decreased to numbers that are absolutely dwarfed by COVID numbers everywhere. Right now, in BC, there are 9,598 active coronavirus cases. How do you explain the apparent, yet not proven, smaller number here? How do you explain that my 12,244 could even be 3 or 4 times higher? See, that's a good point, obviously, very. Because also remember that I don't have cough, I don't have sinus congestion, but I've had some weakness over the last several days and soreness. That's why I got tested, and because I was exposed to someone that stayed home from work coughing. So that means that person definitely got sick. They weren't going to skip work because they just felt a little tired suddenly. It was, more obvious. I could be anything. I'd like to believe that that I don't have it, because he came back, if I didn't say already here, negative. That person tested negative. So I'll get my test probably today or tomorrow, I would assume. But it doesn't matter. That's just another person. If I don't have COVID, right, which, I don't have what I would call a cold. There's no doubt about it, right? There's no way. Maybe some really weak flu, but even then, I got kind of tired a couple times yesterday. But that could have been anything, right? Just that means you got 3 other people. These 2 people that work elsewhere and travel in BC to work, and a child. Children go out and play with someone, a kid at school. They have 1 friend, maybe 2 friends. You do the math, how many kids are around in BC that have even, because we have these safe numbers of people that were around. That means we're still going to be around people and it's going to spread. That's how it spreads. We already have evidence right here. And, if we hadn't had these numbers, we say, why did we have these small numbers of colds and flus throughout this virus? Even last year, in the summer, people were already starting to talk about that. That would have been right around the first wave, because the second wave was like the fall, winter, right? Because we have the masks and we don't interact. So there's COVID because it's higher transmissibility, and this doesn't spread because people are saying we've almost eliminated the cold and flu with the dismal numbers we've had. But here we have it coming back. And it just happens this is at the same time as this current 4th wave with the good old Delta variant. You've heard so much about it. Real interesting names, technical names, maybe even scary names. COVID. right? Some people say, you know what, if it wasn't for the media and talking about these numbers, and I don't want to try to be a total anti-vax here, because I got numbers right here. Somebody out there is sick, multiple people, but no one is talking about it. I'm talking about the news. How would you really know unless you're talking about your own family and friends in close areas? Because when we have the cold normally, like let's say it's winter time, lots of people gets cold or flu around there. Let's say it's like February or January. Your mom comes over, or maybe you talk to your Uncle Ronnie on the phone, or I don't know, Lester's on the Facebook, right? Instagram. And he says, oh, everyone's getting it. Oh, and this is real bad this time. They always say that. Oh, this one's real bad. If we haven't had it in a while, your immune system's going to be weaker and you're going to be more transmissible, if I said. And that's why these numbers, estimates as they are out there. Think about it.